What is up, you guys? Glitches here, and welcome back to the channel. Today I have a very interesting build for you guys. It's not meant for hunting behemoths at all. It is actually meant to unlock a very, very rare achievement that is in the game now. I went through just random by happenstance and noticed that when the game got ported over to Steam, we got a bunch of new achievements, and several of which I hadn't unlocked yet, so I just happened to scroll through and look at them, and one in particular caught my eye. It is called the No Point Wasted achievement, and at the time of me recording this video, under the global leaderboards, it was at 0.0%. So I have no idea if anyone before me had unlocked this. I'm pretty sure somewhere out there someone might have done it and it just didn't calculate. But what I do know is the second I unlocked this achievement, it switched from 0.0 to 0.1%. So I don't know if I'm the world's first, maybe not, who knows. But I'm pretty sure I'm the first person in the world to make a video about this. So I want to share it with you guys so we can start getting this achievement built up across the board here. But what it requires is to build a loadout using all 29 perk points that we get, all on activated perks, which means not a single point in your build can be wasted. You can't have a over point on a particular perk, like 7 out of 6, and you can't be under and have a red unactivated perk. It has to be a perfect distribution of all 29 points across the board. And so I spent hours trial and error, like every combination permutation on Dauntless Builder that I could, and I actually did find a build that worked and sufficed. However, it wasn't the most optimized build, and so I asked the actually creator of the Dauntless Builder website, if you have all the data on the back end, is there any way that you could help me build or potentially run the numbers and see if there's a better combination than what I figured out that's more efficient and might be easier for you guys to build? And sure enough, they were actually able to do that, and it was a little bit better than the original one I created. So that's the build I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. It should be a little bit easier for you guys to unlock this. So let's go ahead and jump into that. So here is the build. I won't bother going over weapons because we're not using this to hunt. It's strictly for the achievement. But the helmet you're going to need is the Shroud Darkwatch helmet. This has Pacifier, Aetherborn, and Overpower built in, and we're going to be throwing a Blade Storm cell into it. Moving on to the chest piece, the Time Weave robes is the one you want to use. This has Predator Overpower built in, and we are putting a Blade Storm and Iron Stomach cell on the chest piece. Moving on to the gloves, we have the Time Weave gauntlets. This has Iron Stomach, Overpower, and Predator built in, and we are putting a Pacifier cell on it. And if you've done all three of these up to this point, all of your points should be perfectly distributed across 7 different perks, but you'll notice that we are missing 2 total points. That only brings you to 27. So in the Greaves, the Shrike Down Greaves, this has Predator and Agility, which is already being used with the other pieces of armor, but we get 2 extra slots. So and all you have to do for this final piece is put any 2-point cell from the Dauntless Builder website into these cell slots in order to activate it, and you should be able to fill it out. In my particular case, I went with Engineer. That is a random 2-point cell that I found that was easiest, that I had cells available for, so I went and threw that in there. But it doesn't have to be Engineer. It can be any other 2-point perk that you have cells for, would go in these Shrike Gauntlets. Now, I've also heard word that things may be changing. Well, a lot of things are changing on the 19th, the patch notes for the game. And some of those, I haven't gone all in depth on the armor yet. Some armor is having perk changes on it. If for whatever reason one of these 4 pieces ends up changing because of the balance fixes that they're doing on the 19th, I will put an outdated tag on this video, and I will make an updated video with a new combination of armor that will work for that particular achievement. That's if that happens to happen with the patch notes, but for now, as you can see, I unlocked the achievement. It worked perfectly fine, and at least until the 19th, this build should work perfect. So that is the build, you guys. I don't need to do a combat demo because it's not required. This is strictly, again, to unlock that achievement, the ultimate achievement build, if you will. Hey, you guys, glitches from the future here through the power of editing. I wanted to throw in one extra tidbit of information that I forgot to mention in the previous recording, and that is once I finally got this build fully set up and working, and I was standing in Ramsgate, the achievement actually didn't pop up right away. So I was trying to figure out why it wasn't working, and what I ended up doing is just loading into the lowest level hunting grounds for the Ember main. I just went to the easiest one possible, and the second I loaded into that first hunting grounds with my weapons equipped and things like that, then the achievement popped up. So if for whatever reason it's bugging out and you do the build like I did and you're just standing around and it's not working, that is what made it work for me. I just loaded into any hunting grounds and the achievement popped up right away. So back to the video. But yeah, I just want to share that with you guys for all you completionists out there. If you enjoyed it, if you found it informative, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. I appreciate all of your guys' feedback, positive or negative. If you want to keep up to date with my future content, consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell. One extra thing that I didn't mention in my previous videos that some of you asked about is if you want to show some additional support, it is obviously not required, but always greatly appreciated. You can use my support a creator code in the Dauntless store anytime you buy platinum, things like that. That helps out the channel. And for less than the price of a cup of coffee, you can become a channel member where you're going to get a bunch of additional bonuses as well as an in-game title for the community Discord. And on the topic of Discord, if you want to join a killer community of like-minded gamers, feel free to check those links down in the description and join us. We have over 1,000 members in there now, many of which are playing Dauntless and still enjoying the game. So hopefully you jump in and we see you guys around here soon. The other thing I forgot to mention for channel members is you also will instantly get my partner Flare code as well right away too. You would just have to DM me on Discord and I can send that to you directly. So yeah, until the next one, you guys though, hope everyone has a great day and we'll see you all on the Shattered Isles.